students, in today's class we are going to discuss about the next topic of our chapter, and the topic is histology of alimentary canal. So when we talk about the histology means the arrangement of tissues and how the different tissues are arranged to form the structure of alimentary canal. तो यही arrangement tissue से related हम देखने वाले हैं हमारी आज की इस क्लास के अंदर. So as you can see that this is the internal transverse sections of alimentary canal. When we cut the alimentary canal, we see this kind of structure, and the different layers are present in the alimentary canal. First of all, let's see what are these layers. In layers के name क्या है and how they are arranged. We are starting from the outermost. हम बाहर से शुरू करते हुए हम अंदर की तरफ move कर रहे हैं. So we are writing the name of these layers of these alimentary canal from the outermost layer. So the outermost layer of alimentary canal is known as serosa. Outermost layer is known as serosa. बाहर की तरफ जो layer है सबसे बाहर उसका नाम होता है serosa, और another name for this same layer is visceral. It's a visceral peritoneum. Serosa or visceral peritoneum is the name of the outermost layer. Outermost layer का नाम है serosa और visceral peritoneum. So this is about the first layer, and this outermost layer is made up of squamous epithelium. ये squamous epithelial tissues की बनी हुई एक layer है. It's made up of squamous epithelial tissues, and its outermost layer with this squamous epithelial cells they have some areolar connective tissue also. So यहाँ पे कुछ areolar connective tissues भी present रहते हैं, and with the help of these areolar connective tissue, the outermost layer serosa or visceral peritoneum formed, and this layer is prevent the frictions of the alimentary canal from the another organ. So outermost है बाहर की तरफ present होगी, so definitely it prevents from the friction. इसका काम क्या है? Prevention of the alimentary canal from the friction. तो ये prevention का काम कर रही है. ये हो गई हमारी first layer serosa जो बाहर की तरफ first layer है, outermost है. Second layer of alimentary canal. अब अगर हम second layer की बात करें, second layer is known as muscularis. Second layer is muscularis, or we can call it muscular coat also. So muscularis is the second layer of alimentary canal, and this layer is divided into the two parts. This layer has two layers, sub layers. We can call it sub layers. It is divided into two parts. The outer one is the longitudinal, and the inner one is made up of circular cells. So दो तरीके से यहाँ पे अरेंजमेंट हो रही है, लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल और सर्कुलर सेल्स की फॉर्म में. So by these two layers of cells arranged to make the second layer of the alimentary canal, that is muscularis or muscular coat. Now in this muscularis, between these two, the outer longitudinal and inner सर्कुलर मसल्स लेयर, इन दोनों के बीच में एक और इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट होती है. देयर सम न्यूरल टिश्यूज आर प्रेजेंट. द न्यूरल टिश्यूज आर प्रेजेंट देयर, एंड दे आर नोन एज orbex flex. Some nerve cells and nerve tissues are present in between both of these two layers, and they are known as orbex flex. And this orbex flex is control the movement of alimentary canal, that we call that it's control the peristalsis. So इस flex का काम क्या है? It control the peristalsis. ये peristalsis को control करने का काम कर रहा है. Peristalsis. Okay. This is about the second layer. Now come on to the third layer. As you can see, the third layer is the submucosa. The third layer. Keep remember, we are discussing these layers starting from the outermost. बाहर की तरफ serosa है. Then the second layer is the muscularis layer. Third layer is the submucosa. So third layer is the submucosa layer, and this submucosa layer is made up of loose connective tissue. It's made up of loose connective tissue. ये loose connective tissue से बनी हुई layer है, and this layer is richly supplied with the blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. तो इस layer के अंदर ब्लड वेसल्स भी प्रेजेंट होगी. यहीं से ब्लड की सप्लाई जो हो रही है वो एलिमेंट्री कैनाल को हो रही है. सो इट्स रिचली सप्लाइड विद ब्लड वेसल्स एंड lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels भी यहाँ पे present रहेंगी इस layer के अंदर. So it's richly supplied with the blood vessels as well as the lymphatic vessels. Now, in this layer of the submucosa, what happens in some part of the alimentary canal, like we can call it duodenum, that is the first part of small intestine. Some glands are also formed. तो यहाँ पे इसी submucosa layer के अंदर जब हम duodenum region की बात करते हैं, in the duodenum region, the glands are present. यहाँ पे glands present होती हैं, and these glands, they have glands in the duodenum regions, and it's play very important role in, we'll discuss about it later on. So we can say that glands are formed into the submucosa region of the duodenum region in the alimentary canal. This is about the third layer, that is submucosa. Now come on to the innermost layer. अब हम बात करते हैं सबसे अंदर की layer, and the innermost layer is the mucosa layer, and this mucosa layer, it covers the lumen of alimentary canal. So now let's discuss about the mucosa now. Let's discuss about the innermost layer of alimentary canal. The innermost layer is the mucosa layer. This mucosa layer is covering the lumen. As you can see in the diagram, that is covering the lumen of alimentary canal. And this mucosa layer, it secretes the mucus. The function of mucosa layer is to secrete the mucus also, because they have some specialized cells called goblet cells. Goblet cells are present here, which secretes the mucus. So they have goblet cells in the mucosa layer. In the case of stomach, if we call about in the case of stomach, these mucosa layer, they also have some rugae. In the stomach region, they have rugae. They are present in the stomach region. And when the stomach remains empty, then these rugae are visible. As the food comes inside the stomach, then what happens? These rugae get disappeared. When stomach get filled with the food, then rugae get disappeared. So rugae are present in the stomach region of this layer. Now this layer is further divided into the sub layers. इसका further हम dividation भी करेंगे. What are the different layers of this layer? Sub layers कौन-कौन सी होंगी? The first layer is known as muscularis mucosa. Then second sub layer is lamina propria is the second layer of the mucosa, and the last one is epithelium. So innermost, अगर हम इनमें बात करें, innermost कौन सी हो गई? Innermost layer हो गई या epithelium. This mucosa layer is further divided into these three sub layers: muscularis mucosa, then lamina propria, and the third one is epithelium. So epithelium is the innermost layer. It is the innermost layer, and in the epithelium, this epithelial layers, it forms the gastric glands. In the case of stomach, and similarly it forms the intestinal gland also. It forms intestinal gland. Intestinal glands are also present in this epithelial region of this epithelial mucosa. ये epithelial layer के अंदर ही intestinal glands भी present होती हैं. Besides this gastric glands and intestinal glands in the epithelial layer of the mucosa, they have some another modifications also. In the intestinal region, these epithelial layer, they form some finger-like projections, and these projections are known as villi. In projections को हम क्या बोलते हैं? These are known as villi. So we can say that villi are present in the epithelial regions of small intestines. These villi, as you know, they are useful for to increase the absorption area. Absorption area को increase करने का काम करेंगे, so that the nutrients after digestion, they can be easily absorbed. And these villi are richly supplied with blood vessels. And they have the lymphatic vessels also. यहाँ पे lymphatic vessels भी present रहती हैं. And the lymphatic vessels which are present in the villi are known as lacteals. उन्हें हम कहते हैं lacteals. So lacteals are the lymphatic vessels which are present in the villi, and these lacteals help in the absorption of fatty acid and glycerol. These are the simpler form of the fat. After digestion, fats convert into the fatty acid and glycerol. These fatty acid and glycerol, they get absorbed by these lacteals. So this is about the villi. In the villi, the cells which lining the villi, जो villi को line कर रही हैं या cover करने का काम करती हैं, these cells are known as enterocytes. The cells which are making the lining around the villi, they are known as एंटेरोसाइट, these are the absorptive cells which present here. इन्हें हम बोलते हैं एंटेरोसाइट्स. So here the enterocytes are present which covering the villi. These enterocytes, in the case of villi, these enterocytes also show some modification in their cells. They make some brush border like appearance. They make some brush border like appearance, and this is known as microvilli. So we are, if we talk about the single cell of this complete layer, अगर हम इस layer में से किसी एक single cell को लेकर represent करें, then we get this kind of structure. This is the single enterocyte which is making this brush border like appearance, which is known as microvilli. So microvilli are formed through the cells which are lining the villi. So this is microvilli. Now in the intestinal region between the villi, these crypts, their structure which you can see, these are the crypts, and these crypts are known as crypts of Leber-Cohen. इन्हें हम बोलते हैं crypts of Leber-Cohen. These crypts of Leber-Cohen, these help in the secretion of digestive juices. यहाँ पे digestive juice जो intestinal juice का secretion हो रहा है, it's get done with the help of the crypts of Leber-Cohen. In the small intestine region, this epithelial region also shows some another modifications. They show the presence of some lymphatic tissues are also observed in the small intestine, and especially in the ileum region. In the ileum region of small intestine, the structure which is formed here is known as Peyer's patches. So Peyer's patches are the lymphatic tissues which are present in the ileum region of small intestine. Especially they are present into the ileum region of small intestine. Okay, now here we discuss about the 4 different layers of alimentary canal that is making the complete structure of alimentary canal. We started from the serosa or visceral peritoneum, then muscularis, then submucosa and mucosa. Mucosa is further divided into the 3 layers, that muscularis mucosa, lamina propria, and the third one is the epithelium. This is the common structure, but out of some places on the different part of the alimentary canals, these structures show modifications. Like here also we discussed about the epithelium. In the epithelium region, in the stomach region, the epithelium forms the gastric glands, whereas in the case of small intestine, these same epithelial tissues, they form the intestinal glands. They are forming the intestinal glands. Similarly, if we talk about the muscularis region, muscularis में जहाँ पे हमने 2 तरीके की the muscular layer पढ़ी थी, that is outer longitudinal and inner circular layer. Here also some modification found in the stomach region. Stomach region में भी एक modification देखने को मिलता है. In the stomach region, besides these 2, outer longitudinal and inner circular muscular layer, one more layer is present, that is the oblique layer. So that is also very important part. You have to keep it remember that another 3rd layer, muscular layer, which is present in the stomach region is the oblique muscular fiber layer, that also present in the stomach region. Similarly, in the submucosa layer of the small intestines also have the Brunner's gland. Here in the submucosa layer, the Brunner's glands are also present in the small intestine. So these are some kind of modifications which we can see all over the small intestine. Here in the case of the stomach, in the muscularis cord, one extra layer is present. Similarly, in the case of submucosa layer, in the duodenum region, they have Brunner's glands, and these Brunner's glands, they help in secreting the alkaline mucus. It secretes the alkaline mucus which neutralize the pH of the food. जो stomach से food आ रहा है, kind that has the acidic pH, this acidic pH is neutralized by the alkaline mucus. So this is the function of Brunner glands. So here we discuss about the histology of alimentary canal, and we show the functioning of each or every layer. Now we will discuss about the accessory digestive gland. We will discuss about the different digestive glands one by one in detail.